Netflix has been under fire for a lot of decisions recently, but I believe canceling Inside Job is one of Netflix's worst decisions in recent time, for many reasons, starting with the core piece that makes everything in the show work: Reagan. If you ask the fans, Reagan is relatable, which is one surefire way to have a hit show. But what is relatable about being the co-leader of a team of misfits underneath the deep state? More than you think. She's barely taken seriously by her peers and superiors despite being incredibly passionate about her work, so passionate that it has crippled her social skills. Three things that many people relate to. Despite being great with robotics and being the bearer of bad news, it is often the soft skills such as kindness, forgiveness, and patience that she struggles with. There's the incredible 4th episode where Reagan's team assumes that she'll never find love because of her abrasive personality and obsession with work. So after many attempts, she gets the help of creating a dating algorithm that will help her find the perfect match. However, rather than dating him, she creates a robot version of him to date to practice on, which goes poorly.
Bring me Brian.
Right here, Baberino.
The real Brian.
However, if you think Reagan's entire deal is being abrasive, you'd be mistaken. When I watched all 20 episodes, never once was I turned away by Reagan's abrasive nature because everything in the show gave her character motivation to evolve into a better person, and also made moments where she tried to be more vulnerable have more emotional weight, like when her perfect match ends up rejecting her because of the experiences he's had with her.
You know what? It's okay. I can take a no.
Yeah, we're gonna need an extraction team.
However, the show would have crumbled just with Reagan as the major focus. The show needed a strong contrast that was just as interesting. Brett Hand has the opposite life to Reagan, but with the same struggle that makes them the perfect duo. On the surface, it appears that Brett has had a life without problems, being a part of every fraternity and having an approachable aura, but his problems are a lot harder to see. Brett is also not taken seriously by his peers despite being incredibly friendly. So friendly that the thought of not being accepted and praised terrifies him. Easily one of the best Brett episodes is Brett Work, where Brett is forced to run as senator for the boss's agenda. However, the twist is that he's forced to run against his brother, who is loved more within his family. Does he appeal to the public who enjoy his pleasant and friendly personality, or does he appeal to his family, who he's always wanted validation from, but more importantly, fear even more disappointment from? He has to learn the harsh truth, that is, you can't please everybody, but you should please yourself. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Brett takes this to the extreme by faking his own death, but after realizing that people are going to get hurt because of his indecision, he speaks his truth.
You people just wanted your own ideas shouted back at you, and they're all terrible. And you only started caring about Brett when you thought he was useful. Well, little Brett says, get stuffed. Brett is done trying to please everybody.
However, in order for Inside Job to stand out in a world full of great shows with great characters, it needed a strong hook, something that would stand out in animation: conspiracy theories. This show is a living love letter to conspiracy theories of all kinds: reptoids, clones, flat earth, chemtrails, the moon landing, and so much more, exploring these theories to their limit, making them fun adventures to not take seriously while also providing some commentary. The show pokes fun at a lot of public figures, from Ellen to Jeff Bezos and Keanu Reeves. In fact, the episode that focused on Keanu Reeves is amazing, as it both poked fun at his amicable approach to life, but also made it as lovably raunchy and crazy as any other episode in the show, creating a conspiracy as to why it appears that he has not aged throughout the years. Inside Job's love of conspiracy theories is a great hook, but it actually had something deeper in it that made people superfans: its delicate balance between comedy and depth. There's one type of comedy that you would think would come up more in animation, and is extremely underrated for the adult audience: workplace comedy. What was one of the most watched shows on Netflix? The Office, and its removal last year most likely hurt the total viewership of that platform. The Office is well known for the different personalities of the co-workers and how they come together in a memorable way, and Inside Job is no different. You have Gigi Thompson, the sassy, fast-talking office gossiper; Glenn Dolphin, who came to be through a failed super soldier experiment, battling his own self-esteem about his looks and a reaction when it comes to his militaristic heavy patriotism; biochemist Dr. Andre Lee, who's normally under the influence because he cannot handle the sober reality of the world, and Mike Celium, who's a snarky psychic mushroom that we learn broke away from his hive mind after having terrible experiences in school. How do you make this team fit well together comedically? By making a dysfunctional mess that is always entertaining to watch. We see this within the first part of the part 1 finale, where the entire team cannibalizes each other when it's realized that one of them most likely is a mole who stole a file that can take down the entire company.
Stop! Reagan, the truth is tearing us apart.
It doesn't make any sense. It's not like some other perfect suspect is gonna just like fall out of the sky.
However, comedy is only one half of the balancing beam. The other half is depth. I found that there's one word that describes inside job. Throughout the show, we learn of who's to blame for why it's so hard for Reagan to open up and be vulnerable. Rand Ridley, Reagan's father, spends his life trying to get back at Reagan's boss, JR, for firing him after he nearly exposed the deep state. Rand also spends a lot of time trying to get back at Tomiko, Reagan's fake zen self-centric mom who's exploring different partners to the jealousy of Rand. Both sides are so fundamentally flawed, but it is this flaw that brings out the most human moment from the most inhumane person in this show.
No, that's not it. I want to just... Why can't this thing just...
Dad?
That's how many times I tried to get you both back, you and your mother, into the same timeline. But it never works, Reagan. No matter how many times I try, you both hate me.
They wouldn't be the only relationship in this show that needed work. Reagan would find a relationship in the most unexpected place. The rival company. Ron Stadler erases memories on the behalf of the Illuminati as he has to live with the memories that he erases. They're on a rocky road due to Reagan's poor social skills, but also Ron's unexpected friction with Brett. Nevertheless, she feels at ease with Ron, but as soon as their good times start, little do they know, they're on a ticking clock.
I should probably go. I have to clear my head and think.
About the job or about us?
Just think.
This is from the episode Rontagion, where after Brett gets Andre to make a virus that'll make him like Ron more, it spreads to everyone else Incognito Inc., leading Ron to do the one thing that he hates most: erasing memories. This leaves him to think about his work and his relationship with Reagan. We learned that his solution to solving everything is to run away with Reagan, exit the deep state, and start life anew, possibly even having a family and growing old. But at the same time that this choice is presented to her, she gets what she's always wanted. We learned in the very first episode that all she's ever wanted was to lead Cognito Inc., and now she gets the opportunity of a lifetime to partner with the Shadow Board, which leads Cognito Inc., becoming the most powerful human in the world. What will she pick between finding true love with her impossible odds or seeing her one dream fulfilled after being held back so long? If you haven't seen the one word that connects all of this, Inside Job is not just a show about conspiracies. Inside Job is a show about fulfillment. Everyone on the show wants to feel satisfied and fulfilled with their life. That's what makes us understand all of their pains, especially Reagan's pain, when it comes to making the hardest decision she's ever had to make.
I searched 1,000 lifetimes for the one that would make you happiest. And you'll find it one day. Just without me. Sorry that I couldn't be free with you. I'll miss you, Ron.
Where she starts a new chapter as the most powerful human in the world, leading a fulfilled life, Netflix did the opposite of fulfillment, removing the show for no good reason. It is one of the best conspiracy-themed shows that I think we'll ever get, and that's why it's a terrible decision. But if I can throw my own theory as to why I think the show was canceled, I heard one of the future episodes was going to speak about how the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, doesn't want people to know that there's